அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். ஏன்னா வணக்கம் சொன்னா எந்த பதில் இல்ல? எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து வணக்கம் சொல்லுங்க. அனைவருக்கும் குடியரசு வாழ்த்துக்கள், குடியரசு திவச வாழ்த்துக்கள். And respected principal of the Avichi College of Arts and Science, Dr. Buma, the professor who accompanied me from my house this morning, Professor Prakash, of the Viscom department, other members of the faculty, all the students, those who did a beautiful performance here of various choreography. It was very well done, very creative. Give them a hand. And the young student who also spoke. Your name? Upendra. Yes. Give him also a hand. He spoke well. Yeah. And she gave the nice poem in Tamil, speaking about all the values that our nation stands for or should stand for. You can give her a hand. So it's a wonderful way to celebrate Republic Day with hundreds of young people. And it makes one feel very proud of our country to see that we have very talented young people. And the country is going to have brighter days in the years to come. You know, 73 years works out to how many days? எத்தனை நாள் ஆகுது? 73 வருஷம்னா எத்தனை நாள் தெரியுமா? மேத்ஸ் யாருக்கு? Who is the maths professor and maths students? Around 26,650 days. So every day we must count and make every day count. This is one of the secrets of excellence. Count every day and make every day count. Our nation has built up out of the sacrifice of thousands of lives. You can learn patriotism not from those who speak endlessly from stages, but from those who have shed blood for the nation, those who have made sacrifices. And the saffron on the flag stands for the sacrifice of the nation's founders. And they were some of the best founders for any nation in the history of the world. They gave the foundations of secularism, of democracy, of equality, of liberty, fraternity, and justice. Imagine if we had leaders at that time who developed the nation on the ground of all its differences, religion, caste, and so on. What would have happened to India in 73 years? But they laid solid rock foundation in the Constitution of India. And that is the reason why we have been enjoying a peaceful life. In our neighboring country, no citizen can breathe easily in China. They may have progress today. In the last 20 years, they have progressed materially. But they do not have the freedom of the average Indian. So the credit goes to the founders of our nation, that they imbibed the best philosophy of democracy from around the world. And they built it into institutions. And we must not allow anybody to unbuild those institutions of democracy, secularism. We must celebrate each other's differences and not create more differences and divide between people. Differences of religion, language, caste, class, culture. We must celebrate. India's diversity is to be celebrated. And despite that diversity, we have come together as one political entity. For the first time in history actually, before wrote that only large parts of the subcontinent were conquered by certain rulers and certain dynasties. But only in 1947 and on, such a large territory with the subcontinental dimensions, differences in so many languages, ethnic groups, cultural differences were welded together. We became a melting pot of differences. So much so today we can have the Tamil version of the national anthem. This morning I heard a beautiful Tamil version of the national anthem. They use the same lyric but Tamil language. So you may be a Tamilian, a Keralite, a Gujarati, a Marathi, an Assamese, but we identify that we belong to one nation. And when I was your age in 1981, first year BA, I remember writing on inspiration these lines which I today included in my e-grading that I sent across to all groups. And it said, south of England, south of Germany, south of France, south of the USA, there is one land greater than most, weaker than none, that is my India. South of England, south of Germany, south of France, south of the USA, there is one land greater than most, weaker than none, that is my India. And that India today is strong because of the foundations laid 73 years ago. The right to criticize should be there. The right to dissent should be there, which is not there in China. Nobody should feel threatened because he expresses his opinion freely. No person belonging to any religion should feel that they are second class or any community. Everyone are equal. That is the India that is strong. And this is the India we must stand for in this country. This is the India that will get respect around the world. And your generation should be champions of these constitutional principles enshrined in it by people of the likes of Dr. B. R. Ambedkar, one of the drafting architects of the Constitution. But it was not his mind alone, but it was the mastermind, a consensus of the views, the learned views of scores of people from different walks of life, lawyers, but all of them had one spirit, how to build a great nation. So we have to overcome weaknesses, of course. So in order to build an economically strong nation, we must be politically, socially, culturally united. The melting pot itself should not get melted. That melting pot is the Constitution. There should no threat to the Constitution should be endured, should be tolerated from whatever quarter it comes from. So this is the spirit and ethos with which we must build the nation in your generation. I share 60 years out of these 73 years with the history of this nation. And therefore, I shed blood in Sri Perambadur trying to defend the life of a former Prime Minister. I still carry 100 steel pellets in my body. Each one of them could have killed me. But my faith in God protected me. Believe in God, whoever the God is, because there is only one God ultimately. As I was telling you a principle. Believe in prayer. I pray round the clock. 24/7 I pray. My thoughts, God accepts His prayer. And I have seen amazing miracles. Our breathing itself is a miracle. That a man can speak, that is itself a miracle. That is why Einstein said there are two ways to live. One, that scientific, irrational viewpoint. And the other viewpoint is everything is a miracle. That 100 people sitting here from different families have come together to celebrate the birth of this nation on 26 January 1950. That is a miracle. That we forget all our differences in age, in gender, in color, in class, and come together with that same spirit of joy. That is a miracle. So our mind plays a big role. Our mindset is the cornerstone of progress. And that is why when I was a young person like you in 1981, I said I must find a way by which I can think round the clock. I can pray round the clock. I can meditate round the clock. And that's how I discovered in the year 1981 the words, be at it, Ivari. அந்த சிந்தனை என் மனசுல 13 வருஷம் இருந்த பிறகுதான் இரண்டாவது அந்த டூல், verbal tool, beat it, be at it. When you come back, be at that, அது beat it ன்னு வருது. 1994, by the time I was an SP, IPS officer, I had already survived 2 near-death experiences. Once I was thrown to death in the sea, but God did not allow me to die. The head constable who brought me to the shore said, he found blood-stained foam on my face. We had gone for a picnic and I drowned. So whatever happens in your life, don't give up on life. Nobody should think of taking their life, however desperate your situation. God will give you hope. God will revive you as He revived me. Again, after 1.5 years, as I was living former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi as a young ASP, the world's first woman bomb or human bomb. A woman is meant to nurture life, but here a woman decided to take life, her life and the life of 18 people around her. Whatever the ideology, don't go for violence. There should be no violence against any other people, any other community, or any other nationality. In this book, I have written 3,333 Kuralgal, Philippisms. God brought me to Tamil Nadu so that I will be inspired by the Tirukural. And just like Tirukural is a compilation of 1,330 couplets, divided into 133 chapters, I followed almost similar classification. After 10 years of writing, I compiled 3,333. And God gave me the guidance, divided into 33 chapters, each chapter 101. 101, that means one is speaking to one. I am speaking to each of you one to one. That is 101 in each chapter. And each sentence contains emotion. So you take any page, I am taking at random any page. Health is a state of body, while wellness is a state of mind and soul. நிறைய பேர் ஃபிட்டா இருக்குது, பட் அவங்க வெல்லா இல்ல, அவங்க வெல்னஸ் இல்ல, மைண்ட் அண்ட் சோல் சரியா இல்ல. மைண்ட் அண்ட் சோலும் சரியா இருக்கணும். அப்பதான் வந்து it is truly having holistic health. So all of you வந்து உங்க உடல் நல்லா ஃபிட்டா வைங்க. Keep your body fit throughout your life. Yesterday I was asking someone as he was giving me a haircut, what do you think is the age of my body? He said, sir, you don't look more than 45. So I keep on asking God to renew my youth, so that even when I am 85 years old, I will have the strength of a 40-year-old. And today actually I feel stronger than what I was when I was 25 years old. I do about 1 or 2 hours of various types of exercise. But I also do meditation and prayer for 1.5 hours every day. So the mind is also very vital, mental health. Each of you should think, என்ன எதுமே முடியும். I can do anything. I can do the impossible with the help of God. Because you have supernatural power. The principal was asking me what is the process by which I certain things. I said the process is simple. Excellence. You must be focused on excellence. Every one of you has a source of excellence. Average student in the Kaludila, in the school life. Is a new subject I have created, economics. I have sent it to the highest levels. I sent it to Abdul Kalam. And he himself was wondering, what is this new concept? Economics now உலகத்துல முதல் துறை சிறப்பு படிக்கிறது. To study excellence, to focus on excellence. If you focus on excellence, automatically உங்க income increase ஆகும், உங்க wealth increase ஆகும். So you must continuously focus on excellence. எல்லாரும் academics excellent ஆக முடியாது, எல்லாரும் sports excellent ஆக முடியாது. But you can be excellent in different fields. ஒரு ஆள் வந்து ஒரு கவிதை படிக்கிறாரு. She can excel in that, in writing. He can excel in oratory, in speaking, in leadership, in cooking, in bringing up children, in cleaning a room, in guarding a school, in teaching, in training people, in counseling. So everyone should find out the source of excellence, what is it? And then focus on it completely. I said count your day and make your day count. Every day வந்து ஏதோ ஒரு improvement இருக்கணும். Minute to minute you must be improving in something or other. All round excellence, physical excellence, mental excellence, spiritual excellence. So Jim Rohn says, be more, do more, have more. To that I add, give more, forgive more. என்ன Jim Rohn சொன்னாரு, be more. இன்னும் அதிகமா இருக்கணும். Be more. Do more. அதிகமா செய்யணும். Have more. அதிகமா கிடைக்கும். அது மட்டும் இல்ல, அதுக்கு added forgive more, give more. அதிகமா கொடுக்கணும். Instead of measuring your happiness in terms of எனக்கு என்ன இன்னைக்கு கிடைச்சது, நான் இன்னைக்கு என்ன நான் செய்ய முடியும் வேற ஒரு மனிதன் happy ஆவது, to make other people more happy. So this is the thought process. சமாதான சிந்தனை, be at it, beat it. இவாரிரு இதே தவிர நம்ம நல்ல எண்ணங்கள் மட்டும் பத்தாது, தீய எண்ணங்கள் தவிக்கணும். அதான் beat it. அமைதியாயிரு, கோபத்தை தவிர, அன்பாயிரு, விருப்பத்தை தவிர, தைரியமாயிரு, பயத்தை தவிர, சந்தோஷமாயிரு, சோகத்தை தவிர, பலமாயிரு, பலஹீனத்தை தவிர. இதுதான் thought process, a comprehensive thought process. So in the binary language மாதிரி, எப்படி machine computer works on 0 1, your mind works on ஆமா இல்ல, yes no. அந்த yes தான் உங்க பலமா மாறும், அந்த no தான் உங்க weakness-ஆ மாறுது. ஆனா அந்த no negate பண்ண முடியும், உங்க negatives negate பண்ண முடியும். So நான் வீக்கா இருக்குது ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்டா இருக்குது டைம்ல எப்படி நான் வந்து மாநிலத்துல முதல் ரேங்க் வாங்க முடியும் நான் யோசனை பண்ணேன். இந்த thought process காரணம் தான். அப்ப God gave me new method of study. Your principal said she will sign a MOU with me and introduce economics. This will be the only institution in the world. Even Harvard doesn't have economics. So in the entire ecology will become focused on excellence. Guards, sweepers, cleaners, students, teachers, everybody, management. The entire focus will be education should be on excellence. When your entire focus is on excellence, automatically results will be excellent. Result is just marks mattu illa. Marks of course is one of the things. So the new method of study, it catapulted me from just first class, ordinary first class to first rank in the state of Karnataka in the year 1980, within 1 year of my aspire. So excellence process என்ன முதல்ல aspire பண்ணுவோம். என்ன உங்க என்ன நிலைமை என்ன ஆனாலும் கூட நான் வந்து next year உள்ள இந்த rank வாங்குவோம், இந்த kind of points I will take, or I'll achieve this in this particular field, if it is sports or art or music your source of excellence. A combination of desire and your aptitude. உங்க ஆசை plus உங்க ability ரெண்டுமே combine ஆகும். When you focus on that and continuously think and do, think மட்டும் பத்தாது, you have to keep on doing things to improve, then the results will be excellence. Then you just have to keep on repeating this process. So the process is what? Aspire, perspire, achieve, then inspire. வேற மாணவர்களை இன்ஸ்பயர் பண்ணணும், வேற உங்க கம்யூனிட்டியில இருக்குது, அங்க நெய்பர்ஹுட்ல இருக்க அவங்களே இன்ஸ்பயர் பண்ணணும் to achieve. Your principal says 20 of you want to join IPS. அதுக்கு ஃபார்முலா என்ன? E is equal to MC squared. E na excellence in civil service exam. M na motivation. Every thought, every breath la வந்து நான் IPS ஆகணும், நான் IAS ஆகணும், அப்படிதான் நான் நடக்கணும், அப்படி இந்த ட்ரெஸ் பண்ணணும், இன்னைக்கே நான் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு எண்ணம், ஒரு ஆட்டிடியூட் இருக்கணும். அப்படி நினைச்சு உழைப்பு, நல்ல உழைப்பு, work hard, aspire, அது பிறகு perspire னா நல்லா you have to work very hard as if even your blood is coming out as sweat. Every breath is focused on learning and unlearning what brings you down. You strategize, you develop good strategies of study. And சொன்ன மாதிரி ஒரு method of study. A method of study is based on writing. Entire syllabus வந்து topic, subtopic divide பண்ணி ஒரு டாபிக் படிக்கும்போது previous topics எல்லாமே ரிவ்யூ பண்ணணும். அடுத்த டாபிக் நோட்ஸ் எழுதும்போது previous topic full notes திருப்பி ரிவ்யூ பண்ணணும். அப்போ ஒரு எக்ஸாம் முன்னாடியே more than thousands of revisions. So உங்க brain எவ்வளவு டல்லா இருந்தாலும், உங்க மெமரி எவ்வளவு பேடா இருந்தாலும் கூட thousands of revisional யாரானாலும் will become excellent. That is the method I used. So that catapulted me from ordinary first class to first class first rank out of 1 lakh students in state of Karnataka. So anyone can excel, but only thing aspire பண்ணனும், perspire பண்ணனும், அது பிறகு achieve பண்ணனும். So இன்னைக்கு மார்னிங் ஒரு கருத்து எழுதினேன், 5360வது கருத்து இன்னைக்கு மார்னிங் எழுதினேன். அந்த கருத்து என்னன்னா, knowledge produces success but failure produces wisdom. நம்ம knowledge தான் வெற்றி நமக்கு கிடைக்குது, ஆனா failure, தோல்வியில இருந்து தான் நமக்கு actually wisdom கிடைக்குது. We become humble. என் வாழ்க்கையில நிறைய failures இருக்கு. எப்படி even ராஜீவ் காந்தி பக்கத்துல I could not finally succeed. My intention was to protect it. We did everything we could, but impossible thing happened. A woman dressed as a bomb. No, at that time nobody in the world could have prevented it. So இன்னைக்கு evening கூட I am addressing an online meeting of lawyers. Every I got back my blood-stained cap and name badge recently, and it came in the entire world news again and again. And today is about the 10th or 20th interview I am attending, even after I retired. Retirement சொல்ல வேர்டே இல்ல. R behind my name stands for refired and resurrected. There's no word for retirement. God said I will be more busy now than before. Cricket le edu more important, first innings or second innings or second innings la result varudhu. அதே மாதிரி இங்க இருக்குது, எல்லாரும் நினைக்கணும் do more in your second innings. So I want economics to start in this institution and then spread to all institutions in the world. The purpose of education will be fulfilled. Indian education is good, but on the focus on excellence illa, and that every student can excel on the belief illa. So even from failure you get wisdom. So even failure can teach a man to excel. Abraham Lincoln வந்து 18 தடவை எலெக்ஷன்ல தோல்வி கிடைச்சது. அது பிறகுதான் he became the greatest president of the United States, or one of the greatest leaders of history னு சொல்லலாம். அதே மாதிரி காந்திஜி had so many failures as a lawyer, as an individual, moral failures which he has written in his book, and there are many secrets which he has not even written, which only he would know. But from that you get humility and wisdom. So நம்ம வாழ்க்கையில என்ன நடந்தாலும் meant for victory. If you succeed, that is good. If you fail, you learn. So both help you to become who you are. A man is a combination of both his success and the wisdom that he has learned from his failures. So if we have to build a great nation in the next 50 years, India can be the greatest nation. But we must not allow ideologies that differentiate between us on the ground of religion, on the ground of caste, on the ground of identity politics. We must think of each other truly as brothers and sisters. You have a right to practice your faith and also propagate it. It is part of your right to believe. And nobody should be allowed to touch it, to affect it. So our country has achieved great things. The greatest corporate leaders in the world today are Indians. An IAS officer was the director of the LBS Academy in Mussoorie when we went for a foundation course. Yuganta, Dr. Yuganta his name was. His son is the current head of Microsoft for so many years. The head of almost all the big multinational companies are Indians. They came out of the Indian education system. So the Indian education system has its own merits, plus the Indian life of hardship, of endurance, that builds patience, that builds emotional intelligence. So that is why they work out and they turn out to be better corporate leaders. So Indians should be in demand everywhere. And for that to happen, this idea of samandalechandane, equilibrium thinking. Equilibrium thinking na positive, positive பண்ணணும். உங்க பலங்களை பலப்படுத்தணும். உங்க பலஹீனங்கள் தவிக்கணும். அது ஒரு பலமா மாத்தணும். ஒரே நேரத்தில் அது முடியும். Be at it, beat it. And ஒரு breathல you can practice it because full சுவாசம் போகும் அது be at it. அந்த carbon dioxide வெளிய வருது அது beat it. So every breathல you can meditate, you can pray, you can think, you can create. In the thought process will make you very creative people unga life la. So any department I was posted to in the last 34 years, I created some new innovation. When they posted me as IG social justice, the police department neriya poramai. IPS officers where IPS officers shine panna avangalukku neriya poramai. So they try to suppress by posting you to sideline posts. So on promotion IG, even the CM secretary told me, "Ungalku adhima vela illa, avaru inga pakkala thaan thangraru, ipo retire aagutaru." Avaru sollaru ungalku adhima vela illa. That means he consulted his friends and they said avangalku vela illadha or post kudukalam. Social justice, IG social justice. Ana ange na enna panna, na inga eppadi pesittu irukku or idea, samandalechandana dhaan pesittu irukku unga manasla idea varum. Vidana Saudala ஒரு பெரிய செமினார் நான் அட்ரஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். அந்த டைம்ல மனசுல வந்தது ஸ்டார்ட் சோஷியல் ஜஸ்டிஸ் தி பார்ட்டிஸ். உடனே நான் ஃபோன் பண்ணி டைம் வேஸ்ட் பண்ணல. என்ன எகனாமிக்ஸ் சோஷியாலஜிஸ்ட் அந்த டிபார்ட்மென்ட்ல இருந்தாங்க. அவங்க ஃபோன் பண்ணி இதான் கான்செப்ட். எங்கெங்க இந்த தீண்டாமை பிராக்டிஸ் பண்றாங்க அங்க சோஷியல் ஜஸ்டிஸ் தி பார்ட்டி ஒரு 50 பேருக்கு டீ கொடுங்க. அந்த டீ கூட சமநல சிந்தனை பற்றி சொல்லி கொடுங்க. சட்டங்கள் பற்றி சொல்லி கொடுங்க. That you should not practice any kind of prejudice against any caste group. There are so many criminal punishments for it. Adhe madri there are so many programs for the advancement of backward sections of society. And so idu informal start pannanga endha government funding illada. Adu peraga I wrote to the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment or a very advertisement paathe. I asked the minister to sanction just 70 lakhs. இதுவரை இந்தியன் வரலாறுல 70 lakhsல 1 million people க்கு டீ and இந்த கான்செப்ட்ஸ் கொடுத்தது மாதிரி எந்த ப்ரோக்ராமும் இல்ல. ஒரு நாளுக்கு 2 ரூபாய் ஒரு டீ ஒரு 2 பிஸ்கட் அது கூட இந்த powerful ideas. So that went on for 3-4 years. And finally எனக்கு பொறாமை இருந்ததால என்ன பண்ணாங்க இவர் இங்கே நிறைய வேலை பண்ணாரு அதுக்காக இங்கே இருந்து ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணலாம். So அவங்க வேலை அதிகாரி இருக்கு சொல்லி they got me transferred to there also. At the first போனா அங்கே I started scam buster economic offenses wingல அங்கே 3 வருஷம் இருந்தேன். economic offense prevent பண்ணதுக்கு எல்லாமே my emphasis on prevention. Prevention is better before this, and he is very keen, principals and founder, the correspondent, the secretary, permission வாங்கி friends of police ஆரம்பிங்க. FOP கருத்துன்னா தெரியுமா? அதுல எந்த குடிமகன் enlightened குடிமகன் எப்படி இருக்கணும் அந்த கருத்துல இருக்கு. இந்த மூணே வார்த்தை. FOP இதுனா friends of principles. மதிப்புகளுக்கு நண்பன். You cannot be your own friend unless you are a friend of your own principles. நல்ல மதிப்புகள். That is why I like that your motto. I saw it on the screen. For greater values. மதிப்புகள் தான் நம்ம சாஃப்ட்வேர். அதுக்கு மீறி போனா we get frustration, we get depression, we face all kinds of issues. Our values are our insurance. Values நம்ம சாப்பாடு, மனசுக்கு சாப்பாடு. நம்ம ஆத்மாவுடைய ஆவி. It is the spirit of our soul. So அப்படிதான் நான் இது கண்டுபிடிச்சது சமநிலை சிந்தனை. ஒரு ஆத்ம துடிப்பு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். soul pulse. எப்படி நம்ம man is alive or dead ன்னு தெரியுது, பல்ஸ் பார்க்கணும். அதே மாதிரி நம்ம soul pulse க்கு ஒரு I have to find out a thought process by which round the clock I can develop my mind, my spirit, my soul. அப்படிதான் இது ட்ரை பண்ணி I got this idea, be at it, beat it, in the year 1994, சமநிலை சிந்தனை. And it has been taught to thousands and thousands of students, teachers, corporate workers, prisoners, police officers. ஒரு இடத்துல வெல்லூர் இன்ஸ்டிடியூட் ஆஃப் டெக்னாலஜி உங்களை மாதிரி மாணவர் அவர் வந்து பெரிய காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ், என்னோட பெரிய வசதியான பசங்க வந்து இந்த காம்படிஷன் டிசிஎஸ் எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் வந்தாங்க, கேம்பஸ் எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் 4 லெவல் இன்டர்வியூ. அவர் வெப்சைட் பார்த்தாரு, EQ திங்கிங் வெப்சைட் பார்த்துட்டு ஐ அண்டர்ஸ்டுட் த தாட் ப்ராசஸ், பி அட் இட், பீட் இட். அது பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணாரு. பி பாசிட்டிவ், பீட் நெகட்டிவிட்டி, பி ஸ்ட்ராங், பீட் ஃபெயிலியர், பி வைஸ், பீட் ஃபாலி, be gentle, be harshness. இது அவர் பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிட்டே இருந்தார் in the binary thought process. And when he went for each level of interview, TCS chairman sent a note to the next chairman of the next board. This boy is so good, we must take him into our company. And later on, he had never met me also. He just learned it from my website. And he sent me a mail saying this is the most powerful, life-giving weapon in the world. And the human bomb killed 14 people. It's a powerful, destructive weapon. But we must have creative weapons which give life. I use words like bullets. Every day I do podcasts. Every day I put ideas on social media. My words are life-giving bullets, which I send into the hearts and minds of people. When I speak to people, there is a change inside them. As soon as I finish speaking, this is what gives me real satisfaction. So, Samanala Chindana, friends of police, economics, this is what I would like you all to introduce in this institution. And that will be the best way to celebrate, not just for token's sake, Republic Day, but to celebrate our nation all through the years, in the coming years. So, I once again thank the principal. I told her that I will be speaking the whole day. She said, no problem. I was just giving a